I took my wife out to dinner tonight. We have not been out in a week or two, and you know what? It was time. Tuesday night we had $5 burger night. So a $13 burger you get for $5. So don't forget to spend some of your profits. You can't just keep hoarding it up. You got to have some fun, and my wife is a lot of fun. We've been married 21 years and got a good marriage. Got a daughter. We have a really good life. We love it. So let's get back to the market recap, and we're going to talk about the ES first. ES and SPY. SPY is the ETF of it. This is a cup and handle. So if we come back to here, we can see that it hit here, come down. There's your cup. It come up and touched again, and then it come down this channel. And I thought it was going to come up through here, and I actually drew this channel out before the candles even really got there. I thought it was actually going to be right in here, but it actually dropped down here, come up, and let me zoom in. And I thought it was going to go ahead and keep on going. We need to get over this VWAP right now. So I believe that this candle here is probably the one that's going to happen. We're on a 5-minute chart right now. So I think that we're going to be fine to go ahead and rally tonight. I have calls on ES tonight. I've got, I think, 3 calls on the future. That's what I have. So I was up one part today. I was up quite a bit. Right now, I am up. I'm up 12%. Earlier today, I was up about 24%. I believe it was when it was up here. So I was at 24%. I went ahead and held the calls. I didn't sell them because I saw the pattern ahead of time. So I'm willing to allow this to come down and then take off. I could have sold there and took the 20-some% and then bought back in, but again, I was preoccupied with my wife tonight going to dinner, so I just let it ride. Options is no big deal. You can weather a little storm out of it because you have time. These, I think they're 320 calls, March 20th, and so I plan on selling them tomorrow. But this is more than likely going to go on up, and we're looking for the 2984. That's our 618 fib. So that's where I'm looking for it to go to either tonight or in the morning, and I'm going to go ahead and put a sale in place to where when it gets right here, that it will sell. I don't have to hit this fib. I just want to get close. So if I can get in this area right here, then that's fine. And that's kind of goes back to your 70-30 rule that I have, which there's a video on that if you haven't seen it. I posted that 2-3 days ago. But even if I got out right in here, I would be fine. You don't have to get the top. Just get the meat of the trade. So that's what I would be doing. So, right now I think that, we're good for calls. I have SPY calls as well. And so I have ES calls, SPY calls, and then I've also got some puts on some other things we're going to talk about in a minute. So SPY, I do believe you're going to be fine if you're in that. Different numbers, of course, but it's the same chart. And I'll switch over to that real quick and show you. See, it's the same chart, and it's going to go on up. SPY does not show after hours the way ES does. That's the reason I always do the futures. So you can see this here and this drop down. It's right here. Now if we go back to the ES, it's about the same. Usually after hours, SPY is just not as detailed as the ES. So that's why I always follow the ES. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to be going up to here. When we get up to the 618, we're probably going to bounce. We may go ahead and continue to go through, but I said we'll probably bounce down and come in. So I'm getting out right underneath that fib. If it keeps on going, I'm fine with that. I got my trade. I'm going to be happy. I was up 25% here. So if I get up to there, I'm probably going to be in the probably 80% or maybe even 100% of where my call was. I might be 100 or up here. So I'll be happy with that. The other one is gold. Gold is killing me. I got in gold right in here with puts. Now, you would think that I would be in the money, or not in the money, but I would actually be making money right here. But my gold is, I'm actually in the hole a lot. And it just keeps on changing. Sometimes I'll be, 10% to the good. Sometimes I'll be 36%. Right now, I'm 36% in the hole on my puts. But I know that, this, when it comes up here, sometime tonight this is going to break and then come down. So it's probably going to be, I mean, I don't think it'll go there. So that's like 6 in the morning. So probably 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, this is going to tank down. It might be before that. Hopefully it is before that. I've already got my sell in place. Gold, if you don't know, gold will go down when the market goes up and vice versa. So it's a haven. So where I'm looking at is the 1485. I'm sorry, not the 1485. I went too far. I'm looking for the 1589. That's where I'm looking. And what I've got these alerts out there for is so when it did drop, it would alert me and let me know that this gold is right here. And then I've got another one right here that will alert me right before it hits the bottom. That way I can make sure that I'm alerted. I can get it sold. I've got my sell price that's in that area, but as the market moves, those option prices change a little bit, so it's not exact. So I tell you what, I'm going to put me another one right here. And what you can do is with these alerts is you don't have to keep watching the stock. You can just go ahead and wait, and if you get the alert, then you look at your phone or you look on the system, and then you can go back to see where you are with it. So that's why I use alerts. I don't want to have to sit there and watch this all the time. I just want to be able to know that it's there when it happens. So alerts are very good. NG, I didn't trade NG today other than the call I had. I bought the call right here, and it went up, hit up here, and actually that call, I had, I think about $700 in buying the call here, and I sold it today for $2,840 is what I sold it for. So it was $2,140 profit, and I think it was $700 in it, so it'd been $2,840. So I ended up, and actually I didn't sell it there. I sold it right here, and I set my, let's see, it would actually been right here. So it sold right here, and I knew, pretty sure that it was going to keep on going. But I wanted to go ahead and use that money that I made on it, go ahead and cash out, get my $2,140 out of it, and then come back in and buy some more underneath. Well, I didn't get to buy any because I got busy with other things. So if I'd have left it, I'd been a lot more money. But oh well, $2,140 on a $700 trade is a lot of money. So I'm not complaining. This is the 70-30 rule. Where are we going with it? I actually thought that we would probably get up in this area then bounce down, and it's not too late. I could actually buy some calls right now because we're still going up, so I could buy them now and go up, and after the stream I may go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna look at it and see. Then so we're looking, let's see if we go back just to show you, because I didn't show you this is where we are with it. All right, so we are either going to go to, I think we're actually going to go right there, and I've got a little box there. You can't see it, but there's a box right here. I think that's where we're headed. There's a chance we might come up to the 15 and bounce back down, but being that we touched the bottom, I think we're either going to go here or we're going to go here. So it's one or the other. So we're looking at 2871, that area, or we're looking at 3263. So it'd be nice if we went there and just got some loan calls and let it run. So I'd say that we might get a little bit of a pullback once we get up to this fib here. So I'll probably jump in and buy 2 or 3 more calls on this tonight. And so we come down to, actually let's go to crude oil first. So we go to crude oil, and it popped down and hit this lower horizontal line. We were in a descending wedge pattern. That's what the yellow is. And if we scroll back, you can see it. And that is a bearish signal. Now this one, actually, we can do away with because it actually broke through that channel, went all the way down, and come up, and it's resting right there. So if we come back into a 5-minute chart and look at this, we're actually coming up, and I was going to buy some calls in it today around, let's see, I think it was like around this area here, and I didn't do it. I probably should have. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. And I may get some more tonight because I think oil is going to continue to go on up. So I'm bullish on oil now, just for the main reason that it dropped so far, and with all the news with Trump and stuff coming out, I think this is going to go back to 60. So I may pick up, just maybe 2 calls on it or so, or I don't know. I might pick up 10 on these because they're not that bad. I think they're maybe the ones I was looking at were $150 a piece. So, if you pick up 10 of them, that's not bad. And then we come down to, we look at the dollar. The dollar is actually increasing. So it's actually moving with the market. Normally it does not. Normally the dollar will go the opposite direction. So, but right now it's actually moving up. So for all the Forex traders. The Dow Jones ended up taking off today. It actually sold off in the beginning. It was up and then it sold off and then it come up. And it's actually not quite, but it's like a cup and handle almost, but it actually went through, so it left that pattern. So Dow Jones, we're looking like we're going to go back to the 26,548 area. Might even be there, maybe 1-2 days or so we should be there. And we'll go to Apple. Apple fell out of the pennant, and now it's coming back up. Some people thought that it was going to go a lot lower than what it is, but usually Apple will move with the market. I know that we had a lot of things going over in China, but now the China is actually opening up a lot of plants over there, so that's where a lot of Apple products are made. So it looks like it's probably going to be bullish. I'm still not real sure about Apple, but by looking at the chart, it is. I mean, it's selling off all day, then it raises in pre-market, sells off today, goes back up. So this may sell off. The way it is right now, this is in a channel. If we do, let's see here. It's actually not, it needs to be turned a little bit. Right there. So we're using we're using this candle here. That's what I'm trying to grab. That candle, this candle, and then we come up here. We're grabbing these two candles here. This one's real close, so that's probably the channel that we're in. So I'll leave that on there and just see how it plays out. So in pre-market, this will come down. It'll probably rally up, and then it'll probably sell off all day. That's probably the pattern it's going to be. And then we'll go to AMD. AMD is a stock that just continues to go up. I'm just bullish on AMD. It come down here and hit this bottom. It went up and it sold back off, but I'm bullish on it long term. It's not a short term play, but I think, we're down in the bottom part of it, and I think if you go ahead and get in this in long calls, say you buy at least 30 days out, but let's say you buy 60 days out or so, I think you're going to be very fine on that. It's a very good stock. It is moving pretty good. If you go to a 4-hour, it's moving just like the market is right now, and it's actually made a higher low than where we were here. So I'm bullish on that. So I think that's something you can get in and stay in long term. Even if you're buying stock, right now, you're getting it for $45.38. I think that is a really good place to be, and you can make a lot of money on it. Carnival Cruise Line, I actually got in puts on this today, and when I got, and this actually, I got in them yesterday. I got in puts right on through here, and then it went up, and I thought, well, I messed up, and then it sold off, and I was away and did not see this, but I wanted to sell them when it got down close to here to the 1990 ranges where I was looking. It actually hit the 2020 area, and then it went back up. So I'm really not sure, but by looking at this, we actually did make a higher or a lower high than where we were here. So I think that if we come down through here, by looking at this, I think that we're in this. It's actually using somewhat of a trend. So I think that we're going to sell off down to here. I think eventually we're actually going to go down to the 14 range, the 1485. I think that's probably where we end up going to go. And the reason I say that is because it is part of a double bottom. So if we go back to a weekly, no, it's back here, right there. So we actually hit right here before. So I think this is going to continue to come on down. It might bounce a little bit, but I think we're actually coming down to the 1485. And So, depends on what it does tomorrow with what I do with it. I'm still bearish with it. And I think with the way this trend is actually hitting, I believe this will come on down. If we break through this, which is 1973, if we break through the 1973, then, we're going down. And the next stop will be 1485. So this would be a good play, I think, that for you can get in. It's still not a proven play, but I got in over here, and I didn't think that it would ramp up like that, but it did. So Royal Caribbean's the same way. It's the same play. So you could buy Royal Caribbean or Carnival Cruise Line. I bought Carnival Cruise Line only because my friend, they were wanting to buy it, and I told them not to. They were up in the 43 range, which would actually be it's Carnival Cruise Line. I'm sorry, Carnival Cruise. I'm saying that's wrong. Carnival Cruise Line. If we go back to like the 4 hour, they were wanting to buy it in this area, and I told them not to because it was coming down. And sure enough, if they would have bought there, they would have lost half their investment down here. So I was, matter of fact, I was out to dinner with them tonight. And we were talking about it, and I told them that when it got into the 14s, that's where they need to buy. So somewhere around 1450 to 15. I think 1485 will be the low on it. It may bounce here though because of this descending wedge pattern, but I don't think it will. I think it'll just keep on going. And if we go back to, there's that descending wedge pattern, or descending broadening wedge pattern. I said it wrong, but I think it's going to keep on going to the 1485 range. It'll probably hit right here. It may bounce up a little bit, and then I think it's just going to come on down and hit it. When it hits here, then I think it's going to go on up. So this is a bullish pattern. When it comes down, it will bounce out. When it comes out, it'll probably come up into this area and hit the 36.95. Pull back a little bit, probably to here, and then it'll probably shoot out. MMM 3M. I have not looked at that all evening. I know that it was not making me happy, and let's see, now it's making me happy because I got in on this. It's a bunch of us in my Discord group got in. We were in, let's see, right here is where we got in because it was yesterday, I believe, when we bought into it. We bought in down here, and then it went on up, and because this was our trend that we're looking at, so it went on up, and we were all up around 30-40%, and then all of a sudden it just dropped off. And now today it's finally come back up. So looking at my 3M, I'm up 3.57% right now. So I'm bullish on this. I think it's going to keep on going. It is into this channel right now. I actually bought it on the bottom of the channel, and I thought it was just going up, and then it dropped out. Right now we're going up. I hope that it will actually break through this channel. If it doesn't, I'll be watching this tomorrow. As a matter of fact, let's put an alert. We love alerts. Let's see here. I'm going to put an alert at right here. Where are you? There it is. And it's at or above. So I'm going to put an alert there, so tomorrow when it opens and it hits that, then I can start watching it to see if it's going to hit it and bounce down or if it's going to keep going. If it doesn't keep going, I'm going to go ahead and sell, and I'll get puts and I'll write it back down because it looks like it's taken 1 to 2 days to get back down. So that's where we are with that. We got Roku. Roku actually shot up a little bit. I'm still bearish on it. We had just a little bit of consolidation through here, but for the most part, we're still bearish. So if you're in the Roku, I would, if it were my money, I would probably stay in it. We're looking at probably 68.48 would be the next major fib, and then we've got the 59.26, and then we got a 50. Being Roku, I'm not real sure where it will actually stop, but these three would be where I would be looking. These little fibs right here don't really amount to much as much as this drop, so I'd be looking at these three. And then we've already looked at SPY, but tilt. That's what TLT. I say tilt. That one I am up really big. I'm up 182%. I bought puts right at the top up here, and I'm up 182%. So, and I bought far out of the money, and my goal is to get down, let's see here if we can find it. My goal on this is to get back down to probably right around the 157. So tomorrow is probably when I'll sell it. If we get a market rally, this will keep on dropping. And if we come down, I think it's actually a little further. Yeah, it is. Down here's where I'm thinking, because I've got 145 puts, I believe. Let's see. 151 puts is what I have. So rolling through here is where I'll be in the money. And then so that when this comes on down, this is where our base was before the market started dropping. So treasury bonds will typically go up when the market is dropping. So what we want to do is when they go up and we know the market's about ready to turn, we can get in puts and then write them down. So I've got 2 sets of puts on that. That one I'm up 187, 182, and then I've got another one I'm down 35% on, but the one that's up is a whole lot more money than what I'm down. So I'm still money ahead even with the 2. The other one I'm at 147 put, which would put it about right here. So when it gets closer to here, then that one will go up a lot. So I'm bearish on TLT. Tesla, I've been bearish. It's been dropping down. I think that Tesla's probably going to keep going a little bit more. If we look at, let's see, why do I not have fibs on that? Let's see here. I must have deleted them doing something. I did have fibs on it. So if we do a 4-hour, let's see, right there would be the 1. So if I take from low, oops, hit the wrong one. If you think it's going to go down, you start from the bottom and then you go up. So you can see where that's playing around with it right there. And then if we go ahead and raise this up, Tesla's probably looking 438, 444, or a 405. One of those 3 right there. That's where Tesla's going. So if you wanted to get in long puts, I think you'd probably be pretty safe with that. There's a good chance it might bounce here. It did hit this fib here and kind of pulled up and bounced and hit it again, but still staying underneath this 15. So I'm still bearish on it. VIX, I'm bearish on VIX, and VIX is the fear factor. We talk about it all the time. And if the market's going up, this goes down or stays along through here, stays under 20. But when the market starts selling off like it has been at 20%, then VIX will actually go up. So what I did was I bought some puts. I've got a couple different places. I haven't bought any more. I might pick up some more. The TLT is actually making pretty good for me. The VIX is not really doing that great for me. It's just been so long on it. And I think I've got April 1st on it. So, April 1st, so we're looking 21 days away. So now my theta is going to start kicking in. And my VIX puts are, I got 14, 15, and 16, I think is what my strike prices are. So, but I'm still bearish on VIX. It's going to come back down. Walmart. Hopefully everybody got in Walmart. I bought it last Wednesday. I've been telling everybody about it. I hope you got in because I'm actually very, very good on that. I mean, I'm up like 600% or so on the ones I bought over here, and the other ones I'm up 78% on some, and I'm broke even on some. So I'm broke even, I'm 78%, and up, I think it's 600% on the others. My target is still where I've left it before. It was 130. I thought it was going to rally here, but it hasn't. So we can take this and move it over, and maybe we'll hit it. Maybe we hit it tomorrow. Depends on how the market does. So it's taking a little bit longer than what I thought. I thought we would actually hit there quicker, but with the market drop and stuff we've had, then it makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and move this over here, and we're just going to keep on trailing it. I've got a total of 80 calls on this is what I have. The people in our Discord group are making a lot of money. A lot of them are just scalping it. they're buying it, and when it goes up, they're selling it, and when it comes back down, they're buying it again. And I think some of them even bought some puts in there. But I'd be careful about buying puts on this. Even if it comes down this far, I'd still be careful, because Walmart can take off real quick. So I do believe that we're going to be up into the 130 range, this week. Like I said, I thought it was going to be sooner. So let's go back to ES and look at it. We've already finished up our recap, and I want to look at ES and just see what it's done since we've been talking. It looks like it's tried to sell off a little bit more. It's got like another kind of channel. So if we did this one here, and then we come down, so that's our channel now. So we're going to go ahead and do away with this channel, because we're out of that channel. It no longer exists. And I'm just going to take this completely off. I do believe, like I said earlier, is we are going to the 2984. So this is probably going to consolidate probably all night, and then sometime in the morning this will probably take off. So that's our market recap. If you're interested in learning more about how we chart and the call outs that we have, and just being the camaraderie in our Discord group, I think is very, very good. A lot of people are learning. They're making money. I don't know of anybody in our group that is losing money on anything that they've done within our group. I think for the most part, everybody's making money. Everybody does call outs. It's up to you to decide if that call out is good for you or not, to make that trade. We always encourage everyone not to follow. That is, do not. But to actually look at the chart and learn how to chart the way we're doing it, and get into the trade according to what you want to do. And we teach that. We're in the process of making online courses that you can purchase and learn how to chart. You can learn how to do futures and learn how to do options. So if you're interested in any of that, there's a link in the description. You can click on it. It takes you to our Facebook page or our group, and you can sign up for the group. And then you can also click sign up under the top picture, and that will allow you to sign up for the Discord group. We'd love to have you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. If you have any questions, give us a little comment down there, and make sure you like the video if it actually helps you. Good night.